Waiting for the perfect conditions is like standing at a train station, hoping for a train that will never come. When I started Alibaba, no one believed a group of teachers and students with no business experience could create something so impactful. Yet, we chose to act. Why? Because the perfect moment doesn't exist. You create it by taking that first step, even when uncertainty looms. If not now, when? If not me, who? This question echoed in my mind every time fear tried to hold me back. Life is like rowing a boat upstream. If you stop, you drift backward. The same is true for your dreams. Every small step, even when resources are scarce, moves you closer to your goal. Many people wait for someone to save them or for circumstances to align. But the truth is, no one is more invested in your success than you are. You must take control and trust that the path will unfold as you move forward. Feeling unsure at the start is natural. I remember pitching Alibaba to investors and being laughed at. They thought I was dreaming too big. They weren't wrong. I was dreaming big, and that was the difference. If you wait for the stars to align, you're merely postponing progress. The right time is when you choose to begin, regardless of the odds. Consider an athlete training for a marathon. They don't wait for perfect weather or natural motivation. They train daily, knowing progress comes from consistent action, not external conditions. Similarly, think about what small action you can take today toward your goal. That single step has the potential to shift your entire trajectory. By taking the lead, you create opportunities and discover your capabilities. The first step is always the hardest, but it's also the most transformative. The world won't stop to solve your problems or hand you a clear path. It's your job to carve that clarity through action. Nothing changes until you decide it's time to make it happen. One of the most valuable lessons I've learned is that working for your own dreams is one of life's toughest decisions and the most rewarding. When you choose not to fight for what you want, you inevitably invest your energy into achieving someone else's goals. I often ask myself, if not now, when? If not me, who? This simple question reminded me that my future depended entirely on my own actions. The secret to turning dreams into reality is starting, even when you don't have a full roadmap. When we launched Alibaba, we had no money, no technology, and no solid plans. What we had was a clear goal and an unshakable will to work for it. A lack of resources wasn't a barrier. It was fuel for innovation and creative problem solving. That's why I urge people to take the first step, no matter how small it may seem. When you're committed to your dreams, something incredible happens. Challenges start to look like disguised opportunities. Early on, I faced countless criticisms about the feasibility of our ideas, but I turned those doubts into motivation. If you believe in what you're doing, your resilience will surpass any obstacle. Don't let the fear of failure steal your determination. Every great entrepreneur started with their own doubts and external skepticism. You might wonder, how do I begin when I lack the ideal resources? The answer is simple. Don't worry about what you don't have. Focus on what you already possess. I always say, when you're poor, if you have a dream, you never feel poor. Dreams have the power to transform our perspective. They give us energy and purpose, even in the hardest circumstances. Acting today is the key to moving forward. Working for your dreams isn't just about reaching goals. It's about becoming the person capable of achieving them. This journey teaches valuable lessons in discipline, self-awareness, and resilience. Don't wait for others to inspire you or for the world around you to change magically. True motivation comes from within. Your vision deserves more than staying in the realm of ideas. It deserves to be lived. In life, your mindset is the foundation of your success. A rich mindset sees opportunities and challenges, while a poor mindset focuses on limitations. When I started Alibaba, I faced numerous obstacles, but instead of dwelling on what we lacked, I asked, how can we turn this problem into an opportunity? This shift in perspective transforms difficulties into stepping stones. A rich mindset believes in possibilities and takes action despite uncertainties. It doesn't wait for everything to fall into place. On the contrary, a poor mindset is quick to blame external circumstances or others for failures. I've seen it countless times, people stuck in the same spot because they're paralyzed by their excuses. Success doesn't come from pointing fingers, it comes from taking ownership. To cultivate a rich mindset, You need to embrace challenges as part of the journey. During our early days, people would laugh at my vision for Alibaba, saying it was impossible for a Chinese company to compete globally. Instead of backing down, I saw their doubts as a challenge to prove them wrong. Obstacles aren't roadblocks, they're opportunities for growth and innovation. Imagine you're in a forest. The poor mindset sees only the darkness and gets lost, while the rich mindset notices the faint path ahead and follows it. This mindset shift doesn't mean the journey will be easy, but it ensures progress. When you train your mind to focus on opportunities rather than problems, you'll be amazed at what you can achieve. Understanding this difference is crucial for deciding where to invest your energy. Your mindset is like a lens through which you view the world. Choose the lens of abundance, not scarcity. Recognize that the power to change your life lies in how you think and what you do about it. What you focus on is what you get. When I started Alibaba, I didn't have the luxury of distractions. We didn't have money or technology, but we had a clear vision. Our attention was on building a platform that could connect small businesses, no matter how hard it seemed. This clarity of focus was the reason we succeeded. If you want to catch the rabbit, don't change the rabbit, change yourself. A mindset of scarcity attracts more scarcity. If you constantly think about what you lack, you'll never notice the possibilities around you. Conversely, a mindset of abundance opens doors to opportunities. By focusing on growth, you train your mind to see solutions instead of obstacles. This is why clarity and focus are so powerful. They shape your reality. Consider the story of a sculptor. They see a block of stone and imagine the masterpiece hidden inside. To everyone else, it's just a rock. But the sculptor's focus allows them to carve out beauty. In the same way, your ability to zero in on what matters will help you shape the life you desire. Without focus, even the best intentions lose momentum. Reorganizing your mind isn't about ignoring reality. It's about choosing where to direct your energy. Instead of saying, "I can't do this," ask, "How can I make this work?" This shift creates room for unexpected breakthroughs. Small, consistent actions aligned with a clear focus lead to massive results over time. The power of focused action lies in its ability to turn the impossible into the inevitable. It's not enough to dream big. You must also act decisively. Success is built on the foundation of deliberate, intentional steps toward your goals. Redirect your attention to possibilities, not limitations, and watch as new opportunities begin to unfold. Limiting beliefs are like invisible chains holding you back. Early on, I faced countless doubts. You're not a tech expert, China isn't ready for e-commerce, and so on. These weren't just external voices. They were thoughts I had to confront within myself. But here's the secret. Beliefs can be transformed. Add "for now" to any limitation you feel. For instance, "I don't have the skills for now." When you shift your internal dialogue, you open doors to growth. By changing how you speak to yourself, you reprogram your mind for success. Saying "I can't afford this yet" creates a mindset of possibility instead of defeat. This small tweak prepares your subconscious for abundance. Let me share a story. In the early days of Alibaba, many believed that our team wasn't capable of competing on a global scale. Instead of letting those doubts stop us, we reframed them. "We're not the strongest right now, but we will be." This belief carried us through countless challenges and helped us outperform expectations. Breaking free from limiting beliefs requires practice. Write down the thoughts that hold you back and challenge them. Ask yourself, "Is this true, or is it just a story I've been telling myself?" When you begin to question your assumptions, you'll see that most limitations are self-imposed. Success starts with the beliefs you hold about yourself. Transforming those beliefs creates a foundation for growth. The path may not be easy, but the process will reshape your reality. Don't let outdated narratives dictate your future. Instead, rewrite them with purpose and intention. Negativity is a trap that keeps many people stuck. Most of the time, it's not the external circumstances that hold you back, but the way you talk to yourself. In my early days, I saw how the language of poverty, phrases like, "I'll never succeed" or "this is impossible," kept people from growing. Changing your words changes your mindset. If you want to catch the rabbit, don't change the rabbit, change yourself. This principle applies to negativity. Complaining about problems doesn't solve them, it drains your energy. Instead, focus on what you can control. This mindset shift is what allowed Alibaba to thrive despite overwhelming odds. The words you use shape the reality you experience. Positive language doesn't mean ignoring challenges, it means approaching them with a proactive attitude. For example, instead of saying, "I'm not good at this," try, "I'm learning to get better." This small change alters how you see yourself and the opportunities around you. Surround yourself with people who uplift you, not those who dwell in negativity. Early on, I noticed that successful individuals have a habit of celebrating solutions, not problems. By adopting this habit, you align your energy with growth and possibility. Letting go of negativity is about choosing to focus on what's possible. Your internal dialogue is the first step in creating a new reality. When you speak positively to yourself, you train your mind to look for opportunities rather than limitations. This simple change can transform how you approach every challenge. The past is a great teacher but a terrible anchor. When I look back at the early days of Alibaba, I see countless mistakes, missteps that could have ended everything. But instead of letting them hold us down, we treated each failure as a lesson. The key is to learn from your experiences without being trapped by them. Think of the past as a book you've read. You can revisit it for insights, but you don't live in its pages. Many people get stuck replaying their failures or successes, unable to move forward. But the future won't wait for you to finish dwelling on what went wrong. The lessons are valuable, but they should fuel your growth, not your regrets. I remember one instance when our strategy completely backfired. We had to regroup, reassess, and try again. If we had let that failure define us, Alibaba wouldn't exist today. Instead, we used it as a stepping stone. Challenges are inevitable, but your response to them shapes your journey. There's a famous saying, "You can't drive a car by looking only in the rearview mirror." This applies to life and business. While it's important to glance back and understand where you've been, your focus should always be on the road ahead. Your past doesn't determine your future, your actions today do. The ability to let go of what didn't work is a skill that will serve you in every area of life. Use your past as a springboard, not a weight. Believe that the best is yet to come, and take the lessons forward. Growth happens when you stop revisiting what went wrong and start building what can go right. Change is one of the most challenging and rewarding forces in life. Early in my career, I learned that avoiding change is like trying to stop the tide. It's impossible and frankly a waste of energy. Instead, I began to see change as an opportunity for growth. Each shift, no matter how uncomfortable, became a chance to learn and adapt. The truth is, most people fear change because it brings uncertainty. But let me share something I often told myself: when you're poor, if you have a dream, you never feel poor. Change, much like dreams, has the power to lift you out of stagnation and push you towards something greater. When we were building Alibaba, the internet itself was a massive change. Many doubted its potential, especially in China. But rather than resisting, we embraced it wholeheartedly. That decision made all the difference. Every major breakthrough comes from stepping into the unknown and finding your footing along the way. Think of change as a storm. You can either resist it and be swept away, or you can learn to sail with it. Each new challenge is a test of your resilience and creativity. When you face it head-on, you come out stronger, wiser, and more prepared for the future. Change demands effort, but the rewards are immeasurable. It's not about avoiding discomfort. It's about leaning into it and discovering the growth it brings. Embrace every twist and turn with curiosity, and you'll find that change is not your enemy, it's your greatest ally. Hard work is the foundation of success. From the very start of Alibaba, I knew there were no shortcuts. Every accomplishment we achieved came from relentless effort and an unyielding commitment to our vision. If others can succeed through hard work, why can't you? The difference lies in how much you're willing to give. Effort is non-negotiable. I've met many people who dream big but aren't ready to put in the hours. Success isn't handed to you. It's earned through dedication and persistence. When we were building Alibaba, our team worked tirelessly, often through sleepless nights, to bring our ideas to life. It wasn't easy, but it was worth it. Some might think that working hard means sacrificing everything else. But true hard work isn't about burnout. It's about focused, meaningful action. Set clear goals and channel your energy into achieving them. Remember, even the tallest mountain is climbed step by step. One thing I've noticed is that people often underestimate the power of consistency. Small, deliberate efforts compound over time to create extraordinary results. It's like planting seeds. At first, you see nothing, but with patience and care, those seeds grow into something remarkable. The rewards of hard work go beyond material success. They shape your character, teach you resilience, and help you realize your full potential. The journey may be challenging, but each step you take brings you closer to the life you've envisioned. Success is within your reach, if you're willing to work for it. One of the most underrated habits of successful people is their ability to celebrate others' victories. A rich mindset finds inspiration in others' achievements, while a poor mindset only harbors envy. When I saw other entrepreneurs succeeding, I didn't feel defeated. I felt motivated. Their wins were proof that success was possible for anyone willing to work for it. Early in my career, I realized that the energy you spend resenting others could be used to build your own dreams. Celebrating success creates a mindset of abundance. It tells your mind that success is not limited, that there's enough for everyone. When you cheer for others, you invite the same positivity into your own journey. At Alibaba, we always believed in learning from those who had done well before us. Instead of reinventing the wheel, we studied their strategies, adopted their best practices, and adapted them to our needs. Their success was our lesson. This mindset doesn't just help you grow, it builds strong, meaningful connections with people around you. Think about how this approach works in daily life. If you see someone achieving something you admire, ask yourself, what can I learn from them? Their story could provide the exact spark you need to push forward. Celebrating others' victories is like opening a window. It lets fresh air and new ideas into your world. Success isn't a zero-sum game. When you learn to genuinely celebrate the success of others, you expand your own capacity to succeed. This shift not only fosters growth, but also cultivates relationships that can lead to unexpected opportunities. A supportive mindset is a powerful tool in achieving abundance and fulfillment. What you believe directly impacts what you achieve. Thinking abundantly means seeing the potential in every situation, no matter how challenging. When I started Alibaba, there were countless reasons why it shouldn't work. But instead of focusing on the limitations, we focused on the possibilities. Abundant thinking isn't wishful thinking, it's a strategy for growth. Visualization plays a critical role in this mindset. I often imagined what Alibaba could become, even when others couldn't see it. By training your mind to envision success, you create a roadmap to achieve it. This mental exercise isn't just motivational, it's transformative. Abundant thinking also involves recognizing opportunities where others see obstacles. It's about shifting from "I can't" to "how can I?" For instance, when our resources were limited, we found creative ways to stretch what we had. This approach isn't about ignoring challenges, it's about leveraging them to your advantage. Gratitude is another pillar of abundant thinking. When you appreciate what you already have, you create a mindset ready to receive more. Gratitude doesn't mean settling. It means acknowledging your current progress while striving for greater achievements. The most significant power of abundant thinking is its ability to attract positive outcomes. When your mind is focused on opportunities, you naturally draw in people, ideas, and resources that align with your vision. This isn't magic, it's the result of intentional positive focus that builds momentum over time. No one is more responsible for your success than you are. Early in my journey, I realized that blaming others or external circumstances only slowed me down. Success begins when you take full accountability for your actions, decisions, and outcomes. This shift is liberating. It gives you control over your future. When we launched Alibaba, there were countless obstacles. It would have been easy to blame the market, the economy, or even our competitors. But instead, we focused on what we could do. We asked ourselves, what can we change within our control? This mindset allowed us to turn challenges into opportunities. Taking personal responsibility doesn't mean being hard on yourself. It means being honest. If something isn't working, admit it and pivot. This approach requires self-awareness and courage, but it's the foundation for growth. Accountability is the bridge between where you are and where you want to be. Imagine a captain steering a ship. If the waters get rough, the captain doesn't blame the sea. They adjust the sails. The same principle applies to life. You can't control everything, but you can control how you respond. This perspective empowers you to keep moving forward, no matter the circumstances. Owning your journey builds resilience and self-discipline. It's not always easy, But the rewards are worth it. When you embrace responsibility, you unlock the power to shape your own destiny. This isn't just about achieving goals, it's about becoming the person capable of creating them. Success isn't about having a perfect start, it's about how you handle adversity. I often share the story of how Alibaba began with a small team, no money, and no technology. We faced rejection after rejection, yet we persisted. Adversity isn't an obstacle, it's the training ground where resilience and creativity are forged. Every successful person has a story of challenges they've overcome. These stories aren't meant to highlight suffering, but to show the strength that comes from struggle. When I reflect on the early days of Alibaba, I don't see failure, I see lessons. Each rejection taught us how to adapt and improve. Think of famous stories like J.K. Rowling, who faced numerous rejections before Harry Potter became a global phenomenon. These examples remind us that obstacles are temporary. What defines you is how you respond to them. Use adversity as a stepping stone rather than a wall. One of the most inspiring things about overcoming challenges is the perspective it gives you. It teaches you to appreciate progress and value the journey. Without adversity, success wouldn't taste as sweet. Each hurdle you face builds character and brings you closer to your dreams. The power of these stories lies in their ability to inspire. They prove that success is possible for anyone willing to persevere. Let these examples fuel your determination and remind you that no challenge is insurmountable. Adversity is not the end of the road. It's a detour that leads to growth. There's no such thing as the perfect time. One of the biggest lessons I've learned is that waiting only delays progress. When we started Alibaba, the timing wasn't ideal. The internet was new, trust in e-commerce was low, and resources were scarce. Yet, we chose to act because waiting wasn't an option. Procrastination is often disguised as preparation. Many people tell themselves they'll act when the time is right, but that moment rarely arrives. The truth is, everything you need to begin is already within you. Starting now, even with uncertainty, is better than waiting for certainty that may never come. Think about a seed. It doesn't wait for the perfect conditions to grow. It starts where it's planted. The same principle applies to your dreams. You don't need to have all the answers or resources to take the first step. Action creates momentum, and momentum opens doors you didn't even know existed. In the early days of Alibaba, I often reminded myself, the best time to plant a tree was 20 years ago. The second best time is now. This mindset kept us moving forward despite challenges. Progress doesn't require perfection, it requires action. Acting now is a declaration of your commitment to your goals. It tells the world and yourself that you're serious about creating change. The first step might feel small, but it sets the entire journey in motion. Don't wait for tomorrow, your future begins today. Success isn't just about personal achievement, it's about creating something that matters. From the beginning, Alibaba's mission was clear: to empower small businesses. This purpose drove every decision we made. Building something meaningful gives your work depth and your life a sense of fulfillment. Meaningful work goes beyond profit. It's about impact. When you focus on creating value for others, success follows naturally. I've seen this time and again. Companies and individuals who prioritize purpose over profit tend to thrive in the long term. Think about your legacy. What do you want to be remembered for? Building something meaningful isn't about grand gestures. It's about the consistent effort you put into making a difference. Small actions, when aligned with a greater purpose, have a ripple effect that extends far beyond you. One of the most rewarding aspects of meaningful work is the connection it creates. Whether it's with customers, colleagues, or the community, a shared sense of purpose strengthens relationships and builds trust. These connections are the foundation of lasting success. Your impact is shaped by your intentions and actions. By focusing on what truly matters, you create a life and legacy worth celebrating. Meaningful work isn't just about reaching goals, it's about leaving the world better than you found it. True success is not about what you achieve, it's about what you share. One of the greatest joys of building Alibaba has been the ability to inspire others. Sharing your journey creates a ripple effect that motivates and uplifts those around you. Success grows when it's shared. When you share your experiences, both victories and failures, you show others what's possible. This transparency builds trust and creates a community of like-minded individuals striving for growth. Sharing isn't about boasting, it's about offering guidance and encouragement. I've often said that dreams are contagious. When you share yours, you give others permission to dream as well. Think of it as lighting a candle. Your flame doesn't diminish when it ignites another. It grows brighter. Sharing your journey amplifies your impact. Inspiration doesn't require grand gestures. A small act of kindness, a word of encouragement, or a story of perseverance can transform someone's outlook. By sharing, you become a source of hope and motivation for others to pursue their own dreams. The act of sharing is the ultimate expression of abundance. It proves that success isn't finite. It's something we can all achieve together. By inspiring others, you reinforce your own commitment to growth and create a cycle of positivity that benefits everyone.
Jack Ma's recent presentation was nothing short of extraordinary. The co-founder of Alibaba, a company that redefined global e-commerce, captivated his audience with stories, insights, and practical wisdom drawn from his remarkable journey. Jack Ma's ability to connect on a human level while delivering life-changing lessons is a testament to his unmatched charisma and depth of knowledge. He didn't just talk about success. He revealed a roadmap for achieving it. One of the most striking ideas Jack Ma shared was the realization that nobody will do it for you. His candid reminder that waiting for the perfect moment is a trap resonated deeply. Jack Ma illustrated how the path to success begins not with ideal conditions, but with the courage to take the first step, even amid uncertainty. This philosophy, as he explained, is what drove him to start Alibaba, despite countless obstacles and rejections. Jack Ma also emphasized the critical importance of working for your dreams. He explained that when you fail to pursue your own aspirations, you inevitably spend your time helping others achieve theirs. His iconic question, "If not now, when? If not me, who?" echoed throughout his presentation, urging every listener to take action. The journey of Alibaba itself started with minimal resources but an unwavering vision, became a testament to his belief in turning ideas into reality through persistent effort. Through his engaging stories, Jack Ma explained the difference between a rich mindset and a poor mindset. He illuminated how successful individuals focus on opportunities, while those with limiting beliefs remain stuck in excuses. By shifting one's focus from problems to possibilities, Jack Ma showed how challenges can become stepping stones to success, reinforcing the notion that mindset is the foundation of transformation. Another critical takeaway from Jack Ma's talk was the transformative power of focused action. He shared how Alibaba's initial success stemmed from an unrelenting focus on their mission. Jack Ma explained that scarcity thinking, dwelling on what is lacking, only breeds more scarcity, while abundant thinking attracts unexpected opportunities. By redirecting focus toward what is possible, he demonstrated how anyone can reframe their challenges and unlock their potential. A particularly powerful moment in Jack Ma's presentation was his discussion about limiting beliefs. He encouraged the audience to challenge thoughts like, "I can't" or "it's impossible" by adding the phrase "for now." Jack Ma explained how this small linguistic shift opens the door to growth and possibility, turning self-doubt into motivation. Using his own experiences, he illustrated how embracing this mindset helped him transform countless setbacks into opportunities for innovation. Jack Ma also addressed the paralyzing effects of negativity, reminding his audience that a negative mindset often manifests through language. He explained how phrases such as "I'll never succeed" reinforce self-doubt, keeping individuals trapped in inaction. Instead, Jack Ma urged the adoption of proactive, positive language to shift focus from limitations to solutions, a principle that has underpinned much of his personal and professional success. The theme of urgency was another cornerstone of Jack Ma's presentation. He challenged the common habit of waiting for the perfect time to act, explaining that progress begins the moment we stop procrastinating. Jack Ma's metaphor of planting a tree, emphasizing that the second best time to start is now, resonated as a powerful call to action. Through this idea, he encouraged his audience to make the most of their current circumstances and start creating their future immediately. Throughout his talk, Jack Ma seamlessly intertwined these lessons with the overarching idea that success is not a result of external conditions, but of internal resolve. He illustrated how self-discipline, a growth-oriented mindset, and consistent effort can reshape not only one's career, but also one's life. Every story he shared was designed to inspire immediate action, reinforcing that waiting for change only delays progress. Jack Ma concluded by reminding his audience that their dreams are worth pursuing and that the only limitations are those they place on themselves. By emphasizing the importance of building something meaningful and sharing it to inspire others, he left everyone with a blueprint for personal and professional fulfillment. His timeless question, "If not now, when? If not me, who?" lingered as a powerful reminder that the first step toward success begins today. Now that you've explored the transformative insights Jack Ma shared, the question is, what will you do with this knowledge? Are you ready to take ownership of your dreams, break free from limiting beliefs, and embrace the mindset of abundance? Success doesn't come to those who wait for the perfect moment. It comes to those who act with courage and focus. Think about the lessons, the importance of working for your dreams, the power of positive language, and the need to let go of negativity. Each of these concepts is a tool that can reshape your life. Start small, but start today. Reflect on what's holding you back and take one actionable step toward your goals. Remember, as Jack Ma said, "If not now, when? If not me, who?" What part of this resonated with you the most? Is it the idea of turning challenges into opportunities? Or perhaps the notion of embracing change as an ally? Leave a comment sharing your biggest takeaway and how you plan to apply it. Your story could inspire someone else to take their first step. If you ever need a reminder or an extra push, come back to these principles. Watch this video again and reignite your motivation whenever you feel stuck. And don't stop here. Subscribe to the channel and turn on notifications to continue learning and growing with us. Ready for your next dose of inspiration? Check out our next video, How Billionaires Think and Act. Strategies for Achieving Big Goals, where we'll dive deeper into building resilience and achieving lasting success. Don't miss it.